Alright, hey everybody. Welcome to the pre-show for the Utah Valley X-Wing Tabletop Simulator Tournament. That's a big mouthful. We're going to call it the UVX Tournament. UVX TTS? Something like that. Let's take a look at this. Here are the lists. For anybody who's watched the Kyber Cup, you'll recognize Vecna's list. He got all the way to the finals. So we'll see if he can keep up that dominance. Looks like he has initiative. Go ahead and put that in here. Boom. Alright, so yeah. Looks like Chris won the initiative roll. They're both at 200 points. And gave initiative to these Phantoms. So they are all at 4. And he's at 1, 5, and 6. So really just gives him a chance to react to this asteroid placement. Jacob in the chat saying juke puke. You know what? I like it. Mars with the early bet on Chris. Doesn't like what he sees from these Phantoms. Alright. Mars with the quad jumpers in the chat. Never mind. I know why he's voting for Chris. There's 2 quad jumpers in this list. How could I be so stupid? Let's test this out. If you type UVX in the chat, there we go. So UVX in the chat brings up the Tabletop TO page for the tournament. You can see everybody's lists and their current standings. Oh, that wind sound. Ugh. Bane of my existence. Don't get me started on that one. What else did I want to do before we started? Jacob saying, and Dengar, awesome. I've been playing a lot of him lately. He just eats through the 2-ship local meta. Yeah, I actually played I played a 2v2 yesterday, and I flew Dengar. I definitely want to fly him more. He really needs to be set up in a certain way because of that left-hand turn, but yeah, he can be very strong. Ooh, got these quad jumpers touching. We see Vecna coming in with the... Oh, he usually has his Phantoms already in a formation, but he might be breaking it up here. Jacob says, I put baffle so I can turn right when I need to. Oh, that's a smart idea. I had munitions failsafe in R3. The idea was that I would take 2 target locks, but I'd have only single modded torps. So if I had to shoot them, they weren't really guaranteed to hit. But baffle's probably a better idea. Zero saying Vecna needs to mix things up. No, man, he's got a winning formula. Took it to the finals. I believe, was he beaten by Smikey's? Spoilers for the Kyber Cup finals. If you haven't seen it, go check that out. So, obviously, Dengar is going to go at the top so that he can turn left. No mystery there. Alright, dials are going down. So I'm going to go to a wait screen, and we'll start this thing for real. Zero saying second place formula. Ugh. You need to get into a tournament. You're going to be in that second season of the Kyber Cup, right? So that we can criticize you relentlessly. Lost to my bro Sai. Okay. That's right. Tommy saying it makes him want to buy 3 more when he sees this list. Yep. It's very powerful. Alright, so these guys are good. I'm gonna flip this. Start this. Change to the spectator. And we'll get going. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Hexiled Gaming. I'm Scott, and this is round 2 of Swiss in the Utah Valley X-Wing Tabletop Simulator Tournament. This match between Hand of Vecna on the left and Chris C on the right. Vecna flying his tried and true quad phantom list, all with juke. Sigma Squadron Aces, is that right? Sure is. You know what? I didn't do? I neglected to name them. Because we have Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, there we go. We'll go ahead and name the Gunrunners 1 and 2. Alright, so speaking of Gunrunners, on the right we have Dengar, Guri, and 2 Gunrunners. Both Dengar and Guri have Crackshot. Oh, I don't know what Alexa thought I was doing. Dengar's got the Punishing One title, so he can throw 3 dice out the front. And Guri has advanced sensors. The Phantoms are all Initiative 4. Guri and Dengar at 5 and 6. So we'll see if they can, if he can get Guri to dodge adequately, and if Dengar's return fire can punish these Phantoms. These Phantoms probably won't have a too difficult time getting behind him, though. So we'll see how many of those revenge shots he gets. And the quads can really mess up with positioning. Mess up the positioning of the Phantoms here. Alright. Decloaks forward. Giving these Phantoms free evades from the Stygium array. And then that pairs beautifully with Juke, so he can turn and evade into a focus. It's going to really hurt these quads if they opt to use their tractor beam. Oof, that quad is looking directly at a rock, so he might want to roll it, but he doesn't want to get in the way of Guri and his other Gunrunner. Should be safe from the Gunrunner, but who knows what Guri's doing. Oop, and he opts to barrel roll. Is he going to do it with both? He's thinking about it, and he does. Guri might bump, but as long as she's straight, it shouldn't be a problem. He's got advanced sensors, so he can stop that bump if he needs to. Bets are live. If you're watching on Twitch, exclamation point bet in the chat, then the bet ID, 0 for Vecna and 1 for Chris. Then the number of credits you'd like to bet, 100 being the max. I'll go ahead and place my bet. You know what? I've seen Vecna dominate with this list.
I just don't debate it anymore.
That's who my money is on. So we see the advanced sensor barrel roll coming out here for Guri. Looks like he's going to barrel roll backwards. Yep. And then a 1 bank. Dengar taking the long way around. This is not what you want to do against these phantoms. He's splitting his forces up. These gun runners, we've seen them perform miracles before, but I don't think they're going to be able to put through a lot of damage on these phantoms. And these phantoms can easily annihilate one of these gun runners per turn. Definitely need Dengar and Guri down here to try and strip some tokens. That's when these phantoms really start to fall apart. When you force them to spin their evades, then they can't recloak. Let's see if Chris can do that. Probably see a
It's absurd.
2 hard turn in from Dengar. Does he have a 1? I'm not really sure. I flew him yesterday. I should know that. Guri with a possible barrel roll.
It is if everyone dies alone.
Jacob says, Chris wants Vecna to stay in a pack. If he can use the quads as bait, Dengar can do work late game. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the problem is Vecna is very good about casting a wide net. So after the first turn of combat, you'll probably see these phantoms split up and start forming that net, you know, like turning around in different locations, all facing the same direction, but not in this pack formation. Ooh, 2 reverse maneuver, nice. So they bump, but that doesn't really matter. Because they take stress anyway. Great job letting his other ships form up around them. It's probably very obvious what they're going to do next turn, though. I believe it's a 2 and 3 forwards are blue. And they're 2 banks, but I don't think he's going to be banking this way or this way. So we'll probably see 2 straights next turn. They are, well, 1 will 2 forward. Unfortunately, with his bump, they can't both do it. So we see 1s and 2s here, spreading out the formation a little bit. Oh, did these barrel roll? Yeah. So these 2 barrel rolled to make way for these 2. So he wasn't too worried about this. I think he accidentally hit the undo button. Yeah. And he did a 1 bank, so he just hits the boost forward to get him the right back to where he was. So we're going to see another roll. Does he roll? Looks like he's thinking about right. Yep. And then he's just going to bump. Oof. So it keeps him up here, which is nice. Going to let Dengar come in here. So still a decent job getting his ships, keeping his ships together, despite what it looked like at the beginning. So we'll probably see maybe a 2 bank through here. He's in a weird place between, He's between a rock and an asteroid. Terrible. Let's see. Could he... Actually, no. He's fine. As long as he gets past... No. He's fine on both ends. It just... Confusing perspective. But yeah, he'll be able to... one forward in here. Just got to make sure nobody's here to block him. We do see a cloak from Pinky. So he could go up to... and maybe bank in. Watching Vecna's decloaks is always a fascinating game. Rarely goes where you think he's going to go. You probably assume he's just going to decloak forward and do some slow maneuvers, but he could decloak right, keep that range. There's no munitions to worry about, so range 3 definitely helps you. Alright, here come the decloaks. Inky going left. Blinky going forward. See, this is what I'm talking about. Clyde going right. Casting that net. But he could be isolating his phantoms. We'll see. Alright, 3 forward out of 1 gunrunner. Okay, we'll probably see a 2 out of number 2 here. Gets rid of that stress. Gonna focus for sure. Could barrel roll over here, but I don't know if that would help him. Did he? There he goes. There's the focus. There's the 2 forward from number 2. Utah Valley says, thanks for streaming this. Do you have a YouTube channel too? Yes, I do. Let's see, do I have a link to it? In the bot. No, is it not below my stream, actually? Yeah, there's a YouTube link below the stream. Alright, back to the game. So we see bank maneuvers from the Phantoms, moving up, keeping this area in arc. There's the net. It has been cast. This gunrunner may not be long for this world. So who are we on to? Oh, it looks like we're on to Guri. For some reason, they are having a hard time finding Guri's dial. Here's the 2 gunrunners, and here's Dengar. Take a look in here. Gunrunner, Gunrunner, Guri. Yeah, nothing's been removed for Guri, so maybe it got replaced. If you hit the return button on this dial, it goes back to goes back into your secret area. Jacob says, I've played Vecna's List. It's fun, but loses steam fast the moment the first phantoms go down. I don't know. I haven't really seen that happen. says the 2 forward is not in his... There we go. So we're probably going to see a decloak, or not a decloak, a advanced sensor barrel roll, and then here's the 2 forward. Ooh, I bet he wishes he had afterburners. He probably has crack shot online, but he's not in range to get the free focus. Yep, 2 forward from Dengar. Fits just fine. Probably only got 1 Phantom in arc. Goes for the focus. And we should be on to the engagement phase. Besides Guri, I don't think there's anything that happens at the start of activation, or the end of activation, beginning of engagement. Ooh, so Dengar does catch 2 of these. He's got 1 at range 2. Oh, we're already rolling. Nope. Just preparing. Yeah, he's going to go for the range 2, although it would be tempting to focus fire here. This gunrunner is probably going to shoot here, if he can. So Dengar will get 3, Phantom will get 2. Probably wants to spin that focus. Yep. So needs all paint here. And he gets it. Doesn't have to spin the evade. Spins the focus, takes nothing. Guri's time. He does have crack shot lined up. 3 dice, no mods. Hitting a focus. And 2 evades, so he's not going to spend that crack shot. No need. But not a great engagement here for Chris, because now he's got a whole bunch of modded shots to eat here. Yep, so he's going to go after the gunrunner. This is a good idea. Take the shots from the ships that are in Dengar's arc first. Then you can decide whether you need to shoot these 2 at the gunrunner or at Dengar. So 2 hits. Doesn't have the focus anymore. Juke is online though. Range 3s, the gunrunner is going to get 3 dice. He's not adding the... Oh, there it is. So Juke comes online. He's going to spin the focus. I'm going to leave him vulnerable to these next few shots. All right, Pinky's turn. Going to shoot to the same target. Hit crit. And I would assume that crit's going through. That gets juked. Hit crit on number 1. Let's take a look at what... Oh, I almost knocked my coffee over. Let's take a look at what that crit is. Direct hit. So number 1 down to 2 hull. Clyde's going to take a shot. Range 2. 3 dice. Focus and... Ooh! Not what he was wanting. 1 hit. 1 focus result, so that one's going through. Down to 1 hull. here's a range 1 shot, unobstructed, from Blinky. 4 dice with focus and juke. And that's going to be a dead Gunrunner. Yep. So all 3 go through, and Gunrunner number 1 is gone. 28 points on the board for Vecna. Hasn't lost a shield yet. So we will see the Gunrunner fire. He's been known to do some work. This is probably obstructed. Yeah. So it would be 3 either way, but this one spent his focus, so probably the right call. Three here or 3 here. So, good call. Oh, looks like he rolled and got nothing. That is unfortunate. So not a great first round of combat here for the Scum player. Guri just wasn't able to close the distance and get that focus. Dengar token stripped, but not able to do any damage. And lost a Gunrunner for his troubles. Now we will see this quad jumper move in and put somebody somewhere. But we're going to see a series of decloaks here that make that a little bit harder. Maybe a forward decloak from Inky. And then left from Pinky, left from Clyde. Maybe right from Blinky. These guys are going to get out of the way. This guy's going to get out of the way. So this is the only potential one. If he can move these out of the way first, then Inky can come right. Otherwise, maybe the Gunrunner needs to do a 2-bank. Well, you also don't want to get in Dengar's way, so maybe you don't even worry about tractoring. Maybe you back up. Maybe a 2 backup maneuver. Give yourself another run later. Alright, back to Dow's we go. Maybe we'll see Guri not use advanced sensors. Although I doubt it. Maybe a bank and a straight. Just put in the straight maneuver and then you can decide whether you need to move over here or this way. You got options. We will soon see the ridiculous decloaks of the Phantoms. Jacob says, I have a feeling that Guri's in trouble. Yeah. Guri does not stand up well to this many arcs potentially facing her. Okay. Inky moves right and backwards. I didn't think that would fit, but Vecna's a much better player. Decloak forward from Blinky. Decloak left from Pinky. Clyde's looking at his dial, trying to figure out which way to go. Maybe he's going to go forward. Nope. Goes right. He's trying to get in the way of Gurry here. Gunrunner goes one forward and bumps. Does not have that focus anymore. At least that's one thing you can't be shot by. Well, that ship hasn't moved yet, actually. So one hard from Pinky, a one bank from Inky. What is this formation? One hard from Blinky, but he just stays there. And a one hard from Clyde. Where is that ship going? Goes for the barrel roll, hoping that Gurry's going to fly right past him, but I would assume Gurry's going to do a one forward or oh, three forward. Okay. He could move over here, three forward. I don't think a three forward and any sort of barrel roll is going to help him here. So definitely a barrel roll this direction. Yep. Let's see, does he go onto that? Nope, he doesn't go on the rock. Oh, and look at that! Just barely makes it. He's definitely going to get that focus. He has crack shot on, so he might opt to shoot at Inky here. And a big fast maneuver. Ooh, an attempted sloop from Dengar. Gonna stress him. Bumps into Pinky, but probably gives him a range one shot into Inky. So I think we'll see focus fire here onto to Inky. Gurry gets the focus. That should be it for beginning of engagement. So Dengar range one into Inky. He's gonna need some natties. And he gets none. 2 blanks and 2 focuses. Absolutely nothing. That's the downside of having no mods. Let's see if Gurry can do better. Does she catch it in range 1? No. So this is going to be a... Ooh, not going to use the ship she has crack shot on. Interesting. Not what I would have done, but he probably likes these 2 range 1 shots. Two hits. No focus results. That hurts. Two focus results. Takes 2. That was a focus. He's not going to spend his focus. Just takes the shields. And that is on Clyde. Alright, looks like Pinky's going to shoot into the Gunrunner. Range 2. Hitting a focus. Spins the focus for 2. And that one's going to get juked. 2 hits on number 2, down to 3 hull. So that's Pinky. Inky doesn't, or Blinky doesn't have a shot. And this guy doesn't want return fire, so he's going to shoot into the quad jumper. Range 2. 1 crit. So needs double evades to avoid this, since Juke is online, and he doesn't have a focus. Ooh, gets Juke. Crit goes through. And that is another direct hit. The second direct hit on these gun runners. 42 points on the board for Vecna. This is starting to look surgical. Two hits. This is into Dengar. One of these is going through no matter what. Both are going through on Dengar. 2 shields gone, 1 left. Looks like Dengar doesn't have his shields. Oh, he didn't drag them from the spawner. Zero says Juke needs to be 6 points. Agreed. It definitely needs to go up a little bit. It is a bit undercosted right now, especially for defenders and phantoms. I don't know, it feels weird. It's undercosted on ships that get free evades, but on ships like 6, Sarasu or something, where you have to opt to take an evade, it doesn't feel as cost effective. So I almost wish it was, if you get a free evade, it costs more, but there's no elegant way to cost that, probably. Quad jumper, hit crit into Clyde, spins the evade. So, it's more of a moral victory, but forcing a phantom to spin an evade is a bit of a big deal. I imagine we'll see a hard right turn from Guri. If nothing's there, she'll just do it. If something is in the way, she'll bank and then hard turn. Something like that. What's the time look like? 42 minutes left. 42-0. Alright, dial's going down. Do we see a potential tractor beam? We may see ships opt not to decloak just to stop this gunrunner from tractoring, although yeah, this is kind of tough. He might decloak forward and then K-turn. Maybe a decloak right here in a K-turn. Alright, here's the decloak from Pinky. Goes right and forward. Makes sense. Is there room for a K-turn in there? Absolutely there is. Decloak forward from Inky. Decloak right from Blinky. See, I don't think there's... I mean, maybe a 3 forward. Goes with the 2. Oh boy. So no tractoring for this guy. He's gonna have to focus. One hard left from Pinky. Thought about focusing, decides to barrel roll out of arc of the Gunrunner. Oh, and gets out of the way for Clyde. That makes sense. But it's just, it's crazy. I mean, it looks like... It looks like these Phantoms just planned this 3 moves ahead or something. I mean, he's almost never bumping. He's got this nice kill box. He's got a great block here, potentially. Even if Gurry bumps, it's fine because it gets the focus anyway. Then we have a bump from Dengar. Gonna take another. Relieves the stress, gives him another chance at a range 1 shot into Pinky. So on to engagement. Oh no, doesn't have a shot with Dengar. Oh, heartbreaking. Probably gonna go after. Well, both of these ships are. Why would you shoot here? Why wouldn't you both... Oh, he wants to strip the evade, probably. Yeah, I think he wants to take Juke offline before it shoots the Gunrunner. Although you definitely would think he'd shoot Clyde. Oh, look at that! 2 hits, 2 crits. Would have been great into Clyde, though, since he doesn't have any shields. Spins the evade. Takes 2 crits on the shields for Pinky. So no juke, at least. Oh, he's going to use Crack Shot. So that crit goes through. Structural damage. So Pinky. Nice use of Crack Shot there. So Gurry's is spent. Alright, so Pinky hit crit into the Gunrunner, who's on 1 hull, so unless he gets all paint, he's dead right now. And that's not all paint. That's no paint. 0 paint. All pain. Alright, so the Gunrunner's gone. 56 points to 25. Does get half points for one of these ships. 3 hits. Wow. 2 evades, though. Not bad. Dengar. Juke. So it takes 2 on Dengar. 1 shield, 1 hull. Down to 5. Hit focus. He doesn't have a focus to spend. We'll see a juke on that. So 2 more go through on Dengar. Down to 3. That's half points for that, so 93 to 25. So Pinky has structural damage. Let's yeah. Go back into spectator mode. We'll put that crit token there just so we can recognize who has the structural damage. Inky is not going to cloak. Alright. Likes to play these mind games. Well, he probably doesn't want to decloak forward. So, Vecna. Truly great. Really knows this list. Can instantly look at it and know, hey, there's no good place to decloak. I know I don't want to go too forward and then have to make some weird decision. Don't recloak. I think it would be an automatic response for a lot of us, including me, to just say, I have the evade, I need to recloak. And then, during the system phase, realize that that's no good, remain cloaked, and then not be able to take a shot. So I think the desire here would be to 4K with Dengar. Is there a way to block that with Clyde? I don't think so. But I think it's the most obvious thing Dengar can do. There's not really another option for him. I mean, he would love to turn left and then maybe even turn that arc, but he's kind of in his own way with Guri. Guri does move first, though. Forward decloak from Clyde. We'll see. Does he have any way? Can he too hard barrel roll into Dengar's way? We'll see. Oh, this is going to be so... Oh, one hard. He's looking to barrel roll backwards. Interesting choice. One hard out of Pinky. One hard out of Inky. That's Blinky, sorry, Inky's blue. Oh boy, keeping track of this. Too hard. Out of Blinky. Inky, I just said it. Oh boy. I was thinking about advanced sensors. If he barrel rolls this way, he's just going to go over that rock, right? Maybe it's... Oh, no, he can't shoot! Oh. Alright, he's going to roll. He lucks out. Doesn't take any damage. He will get the focus, but... Yeah, it's hard to tell. It definitely came up and said you are overlapping, so... There's the 4K. He does make it. We'll see if Clyde opts to shoot. No thanks. So range 1, Dengar into Clyde. Clyde is on 3 hull. Pinky, however. Oof, that's a tough call. Well, Pinky has an evade, so. 2 hits and a crit. 2 evades. Takes the crit. It is a direct hit. Man, these direct hits are flying hard and fast. That's half points. Oh, he's going to crack shot it. So he doesn't take the direct hit. He takes a disabled power regulator instead. So still down to 1 hull. But will now be ioned. Doesn't... Oh, he does have an evade. So he can recloak. So we'll probably see him decloak down and then 1 forward. To keep himself safe. Oh boy, whose turn is it? Oh, Gurry can't shoot, so Clyde's gonna shoot. Gonna give Dengar a return shot. 2 hits. Juke is online. One evade. Jukes it for 2 into Dengar. Down to 1 hull. Proto Skull in the chat. I'll be streaming your game later today, I believe. Got 5 damage cards, 6 hull, so he's down to 1. Yep, here's the Dengar shot. 4 dice back. Give Dengar a chance to get somebody off the board. A hit and 3 focuses. So that's not going to be the way you do it. 1 evade, he's fine. So these Phantoms just doing a great job of keeping these ships from having mods. Dengar has bumped and K-turned. Gurry can't even shoot. Oh, this is just painful. So Inky's going to shoot into Gurry, range 2. Doesn't have a shot on Dengar. 2 hits. One evade and a focus, 2 evades, so he's gonna have to spend the focus result, spend the focus token to get more evade results. Alright. So this is Blinky, gonna shoot range 3 into Dengar. Has a focus and an evade. So I don't think Dengar is gonna live through this one. You know what? Gets 1 hit thanks to the focus. Dengar needs 2 evades. He gets him. So he's safe. Actually, Dengar is fine. He survives the range 1 shot from Clyde and the range 3 shot from Blinky. Pinky can't shoot him. He's fine. Alright, back to dials. We see recloaks from each of these ships. Dengar is stressed. I wonder if he's even going to bother trying to get rid of that stress, because it just seems impossible that he's not going to bump. He could turn away. He could do a hard turn away and do a focus arc turn. That might be the best option. Unless, I was going to say, if there's a K turn coming here, and maybe a 2 bank, try and get him over here, and possibly have Pinky in your arc. I was just looking up the rules for Ion. It feels weird that when you have an Ion token, during the planning phase you don't get a dial. During the activation phase, you move forward and you can only focus. But as far as I know, during the system phase, you can do whatever you want. PJ says, I'm glad I saw this. I traded my squad patch to someone in Utah for a UVX squad sticker. Nice. Oh, Vecna's looking for the, yeah, there it is. The command. So if you type something like this, S1 for straight 1, into the description of a ship, you can execute maneuvers that way, as opposed to just using dials. Comes in handy when you're doing things like turning U-wings 90 degrees, or like this, doing a straight 1 for a ship that doesn't have a straight one. Too hard out of Pinky, too bank out of Blinky, 1 bank out of Inky. So it looks like they're going for a block here. Ooh, a spicy 3 sloop. I'd put him over here. He could boost in. He's probably gonna calculate. Yeah, that's the right call. Ooh, and he'll get range 1. It might have been better to target lock. Guri's ability, if we read it, starting the engagement phase, if there's at least 1 enemy ship at range 0 to 1 of you, you may gain 1 focus token. So it is not an action. You can still get that while stressed. And it's not a calculate, so he can double up on that. Well, still a token, not an action, so wouldn't matter. 3 forward out of Dengar just bumps. Now, what do you do here? Do you go after the guy who can shoot you? Probably. Or do you go after the guy that Guri's... I think you... Who's got structural damage? I think this guy does. Yeah, Pinky. Definitely shoot Pinky. No more crack shot, unfortunately, for either of these ships. Alright, Dengar looking for natties. Nothing. That's the second time he's rolled blanks and focuses. Let's see if Guri can... Ooh, Guri does have a range 1 shot. Definitely go for Pinky here. He's got plenty of focus mods, but no rerolls, unfortunately. That wouldn't be the ship that I chose if I was slooping anyway. For the target lock. There's the focus from his ability. A little late, but I don't think anybody's going to stop him. Use the calculate and gets hit crit. So hit crit going through on Pinky. That is a dead ship. First Phantom off the board. Oh, is that another direct hit? It sure is. So Pinky is gone. That's one ship that's not going to shoot at Guri, fortunately. But Dengar, probably not long for this world. Oh, and Clyde should be free of that disabled power regulator. So one hit, one evade, gets juked. Dengar is dead. 129 to 75. Guri's got a lot of work to do. 18 minutes to do it. Oh. Vecna's saying, does Dengar get his shot back? After you defend, if the attacker is in your front arc, you must spend 1 charge to perform a bonus attack against that attacker. Do you remove Dengar before this shot if the initiative isn't done? I thought Dengar shouldn't be removed. Yeah, I think he does get his return shot. Because I think you're not supposed to remove destroyed ships until the end of the initiative phase, and there were still more phantoms to shoot. So he gets to shoot at Blinky. Let's see if he can redeem himself. Or if it's just another blank focus fest. No, I think he's got 2 hits. This is a 2, so that's a... Is a 2 a hit? Alright. So it was 1 hit. So if you mouse over a die, you can see the number, and that tells you what the RNG has deemed it to be. Ooh, does he have a shot on Guri? He does! Range 1! Wow, wow, wow. Guri's still untouched as of now. He's asking if he should reroll. I don't know what happened there. One hit. Two blanks. And a third blank. Oh boy! One into Guri. Oh man. That hurts. So this isn't a bad matchup for Guri. I mean, she really wants to go after Clyde, probably. He's on 1. The other 2 are at full health, but bumping Guri doesn't really help you that much. Bumping Guri just guarantees her the focus. It's one of the more frustrating things about her. And Mars says, Guri about to be touched. Ugh. You're right. Guri just got a little touch. Alright. So yeah, as long as Guri can bump, she'll be fine. No advanced sensors. I think her 1, 2, and 3 are blue, and then her 1 banks. So we'll probably see a 1 bank this way. Maybe we'll see Inky decloak. Well, Inky has to move first, so decloaking and then banking in doesn't really help him. You could decloak a little backwards, then try. Well, you could decloak forward and then try like a 2 bank. But again, it's just going to cause the bump for Guri, and that doesn't really help. Jacob says the clock is running out. Guri really needs to just shoot whatever she can. Yeah, 75 to 129, 12 minutes. He could get 25 points pretty easily, bring him up to 100. But he needs to kill 1.5. Right, so that would get him to 150. Each of these phantoms being 50 points. Oh, you can watch me struggle to do math. Well, it looks like one of these guys stays cloaked. No, never mind. That's an evade token, not a cloak token. Guri with the 1 bank. Knew that was coming. Gets the focus. I'm going to shoot range 2 into Blinky. Full health. Guri with a focus. The problem is if she spends it, these juke phantoms could eat her alive. Looks like 2 of these will have shots at her. Ooh, do you spend the focus? I don't think so. Yeah, you keep it. 1 evade. Doesn't even have to spend his tokens. So, bumping Guri does allow her to get the focus, but denying the Star Viper repositioning is important. You're stopping an arc dodger from dodging arcs. Ooh, that's 3 hits. Let's see if Guri can come up with some paint. One evade, gets juked. Gonna spin the focus, takes 1. Down to 3 hull. Clyde has not shot. Looks like he doesn't have a focus though. Or did he already shoot? No, he hasn't shot yet. I'm gonna go range 2. into Guri. No focus. One hit. Does have juke online. Needs 2 evades to evade this. Doesn't get it. Takes 1. Is that half points? Sure is. 165. Alright, so now Guri... I mean... Now Chris just has to kill everything. There's no way... No, he could get 175. If he ended the game with 1 Phantom on half health. So he needs to kill 2.5 to get to 175. No. Hold on now. He needs to kill 2. That would bring him to 175. That would put him over 160. 165. Oh boy. Math. It's tough. Guri does have advanced sensors online though. No more stress. I mean, I guess you just dial in a 2 forward and then bank right and 2 forward in, bank left, 2 forward in, 2 forward in, and barrel roll. I think I like Guri with Predator over Crackshot. I mean, I know it's a points thing, but giving her a reroll, a potential reroll, and the focus. Definitely needed in these matchups. Alright, decloak left for Clyde. Takes that Stygium evade. Left for Blinky. And left for Inky. Probably going to see a 1 hard turn then. Yep. I wonder if we see a sloop from Guri. That'd be nice and spicy. So it looks like it's this direction, so she's probably going to boost. Boost right. Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Look at that positioning. That is very spicy. Take your free focus, you beautiful woman. Jacob says Vecna can just split up and make Chris chase him the rest of the game. I don't... I think that's a bad plan. I think leaving these guys isolated probably means none of them get a shot because it's easy for Guri to arc dodge and allows Guri to just pick them off one at a time. I think trying to point multiple arcs in the same direction. Oh my god. This is where you want Predator. Yeah, he's not gonna spend it. Alright, well at least at least Chris is not the only one rolling blanks and focuses. 4 dice from Guri. Juke is online. Oh no! Oh no, that's fine. Can't juke the evade once Chris mods. 75 to 165. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left. I don't know why this says 8 minutes. I wonder if they paused it at some point. Let's try and match our timers up. You know, something like that. Close enough. Oh, Connor comes in with the late bet. Oh, wow. I'm closing bets. BM. No more advanced sensors for Guri. So that makes things a little more troublesome. But does luck out with two of these phantoms looking the wrong direction. Alright, decloak right. Another decloak right. Just trying to let Guri roll past. I don't know what the right call here is for Guri. Oh, these ships hadn't moved yet. Forget about that. You gotta decloak, then you gotta move. Thinking about a focus or a barrel roll, probably. I think he's right. One or one bank. Ooh, that's spicy. Is he gonna barrel roll? No, I think he okay. Yep, Guri exposed the dial a little early. Not gonna get any ooh, might have a shot here. Yep, has a range 1 into Inky, who has been untouched. We'll see if Guri can get some naturals. Hit crit. Oh, a hit and 2 crits, so one of those crits is going through. Oh, that is spicy. Gonna spin the evade? Sure does. Takes hit crit on the shields. So nice to get rid of that juke. Didn't have to spend the focus. Can the phantoms capitalize on this positioning? 4v3. Somebody's throwing dice over here. Looks like one hit. No juke. One evade. Guri lucks out on that one. Two hits. Does have a focus, I believe. Nope, he barrel rolled. That's right. Jukes, spins the focus. 3 evades. Guri lives with 4 minutes left. Don't think there's a win in here for Guri, but let's see. Clyde's on 1. Inky's on 3. No decloak for Inky. Maybe a 4K? Maybe he moves these guys out of the way in 4Ks. Alright, so we'll see some decloaks here. Probably left, hard turn, right, K turn. Maybe a right and a hard turn. Do you sloop again with Guri? Maybe a K turn, maybe another bank. Nah, you don't want to bump and have both of these ships facing you. Mar says Guri needs to kill 2 and get the other to half points to win, so probably not. I think she just needs to kill 2, right? That'd give her 100 points, bring her to 175. She need to kill 2 full ships. She needs to bring... probably kill Inky. And then fully kill Blinky or something. Get half points on Blinky and kill the rest of Clyde. Yeah, it's tough. Alright, she sloops. Advanced sensor calculates. Why don't you... if you... I kind of wish he would target lock instead of calculate. He wants a defensive and offensive mod. So he's going to calculate that. And this is Inky, who's on 3. Does have focus evade. So the crit should go through no matter what. So hit crit. Is he going to spin the token? He sure is. Takes the crit. So there's 100 points. And that crit is disabled power regulator again. Wow. That's on Inky. So that's going to help him. 55 seconds left, though. He doesn't have the time. Well, 1 minute 22 on the clock in here. I don't think that thing counts time correctly. See if they can do some harm to Guri here. 2 hull left. Could take her off the board. Some good rolls. 2 hits. This is range 2. Why is it 4 dice? Was that at range 3 into Guri? Alright, they're gonna reroll that. Yeah, that was too many die. Doesn't matter. He's just fine. Thank you. So let's see, they've got 16 seconds left. Yeah, so no way for Chris to win this, unfortunately. He'd need to do damage to 2 ships, which he can't do. I think a consolation prize for him would just be to kill Inky or Clyde. Connor asking how Dengar did this game. Not great. I mean, I don't think it's Dengar's fault. It was just there was too many ships in front of him. He could never... He bumped almost every turn. Then he K-turned. He just never had mods. He got 1 revenge shot. I mean, these Phantoms are just so good at getting behind him. So he could never even move and turn the turret, because he almost never had an action. think these phantoms are just gonna run away. Yeah, and he knows there's no advanced sensors. Ooh. If for some reason Guri went right, he could bump into Blinky and take a shot into Inky. Ooh, he might just fit. Yeah. I think you target lock and get your focus. Maybe calculate and focus. I don't know. Do you have a shot here? No. I think you YOLO. Yep. He's going for it. Yeah, man, I think Predator would be awesome on Guri. He's lined up that arc so many times. That bullseye arc. Hit crit. I think you spin the target lock and try to survive. Yeah. Alright, hit crit. No, that's not a roll. One evade takes hit crit on Inky. So 125 to 165. He's not going to win it, but he does get some consolation prizes here. One more round and he might have been able to take out Clyde to get to 150, but it's too much of an uphill battle. You need a lot more time. Alright, 4 dice with a focus and juke. Oh, there it is. 4 hits. So 1's going through. Oh, and that's a dead Guri. GG. Well played, gentlemen. Alright, and that's gonna do it for this match. Congratulations, the Hand of Vecna. Thanks for playing, Chris. And that's it for this round, this match in the second round of Swiss. Stick around for more games from the Utah Valley X-Wing TTS tournament. That's it for this one. Thanks everybody for joining me. Until next time, this is Scott from Hexiled Gaming, signing off. Alright, so let's go into a little bit of a post-game show. Settle up bets. Alright, 3 people, including myself. Catherine and Connor. Chris likes the list. Chris saying TIE Phantoms are on his Christmas list. All right, let's take a look. When is our next match? 3:30 p.m. So I've got a couple hours. All right. So I'm going to drop out of here for a bit. I don't know if I'm going to take the stream down or not. Connor says you might want to wait till January before you buy a bunch. You're right. You're right. We've got, what, 2 hours until the next game? I don't think I'm going to leave this stream up. So I'm going to take it down for a bit. I'll be back around 3. So I will see you guys around then. Thanks for watching.